Most people I have known come to the beach on vacation. They plan it 6 months to a year in advance. They stay for a week in a resort hotel. They remain within their comfort zone and even experience a temporary luxury. They have worked and worked to save up for this trip, looking forward to it every day. The time will pass in a blink, and suddenly they find themselves back just getting through to the next vacation. They call this travel. They won't have experienced the culture or lifestyle of the peoples whose lands they visit. They won't have challenged their beliefs and perspectives of the world. They won't have experienced the magic of what it is like to have no plan, to be open to what is meant to arise in that particular moment. I think of these people who post sunburnt photos, freshly showered in a hotel bar once, maybe twice or 3 times a year. And I can only feel a deep sense of compassion. The system teaches us only one way of viewing the world, and specifically in the US, this is how travel is presented. A means to escape the system who knows of its guaranteed misery, in a way that still continues to fuel its perpetuation. A cycle that is really designed to be inescapable. You work miserably, you just scrape by, to pay your bills and living expenses, and if you're lucky, to be able to save on top of this. You are rewarded with the gift of capitalist tourism, whereby you then spend that hard-saved cash on organized tours that don't prioritize your holistic health, healing, or well-being. They joke about alcohol. They serve you foods void of nutrition. They clean their facilities with toxic chemical products that unknowingly and non-consentingly cloud our minds even more to seeing what's happening. Resorts are built on stolen land and take resources from local communities. The nature and wildlife become a spectacle, manipulated and manufactured. We take family photos smiling anyway. We tell stories of those 5 days we spent in a country we really know nothing about for years to come, until we can afford to do it again. And we feel so lucky, so grateful, excited, and delighted to go again. To board an airplane with a suitcase full of clothing made overseas by colonized people, with families starving for that $1 a day. We purchased these articles only for this trip, and we likely won't ever wear it again. It is disposable and it is convenient, and most of all, it is normalized. There are movies depicting such scenes of going on vacation in this way. We tell our stories to inspire others to achieve the same reward of being a good worker, a good member of society. We don't remember who we are. And this amnesia is designed. This delusion is self-fulfilled. And for it, we are made to feel good. We are validated, even celebrated. We don't see any other way until we discover it for ourselves. This cycle, this system, is not life-giving, is not life-supporting, is not life-nourishing. Is it possible to get to a place that is from here? A massive programming, a subconscious war, gaining traction as I write these words. It is intentionally difficult to free ourselves without their tools. And I feel for us. I don't have the answers. I only have ideas that are constantly evolving and shifting every moment. All that I know is I can offer loving compassion for all of us. I pray that one day we all remember. Maybe not in this lifetime, but I hold and I know that we have infinite creative ways to cultivate joy, even amongst the devastating reality of what's happening to our planet, to our species. And I trust that what is needed is what will be. That what is meant for the grander tapestry of existence to evolve is what will unfold. We can only transcend this by forgiving ourselves for acting in the best ways we once knew how. We are purposely shielded from recognizing the implications of our decisions. The more we blame ourselves, the less able and equipped we become to rising beyond the illusions. We all only sought after love and belonging from the very beginning. It is how we even got here. Unresolved traumas from lifetimes of feeling unseen, unheard, unheld. So we all created, we all invented systems that numb ourselves, that trap us, and we are all trapped. Even the seeming creators of it all, they are hurting too. They need healing and transformation. Back to our roots, to our origin of love, we will be forced, as it is definitionally a force of energy. One that has brought through everything we have ever seen or experienced. The force that makes birds glide effortlessly through the sky to cast shadows on the twinkling sand. The force that makes palm leaves dance, dispersing fractals of sparkling, glowing golden light onto the jungle floor. The force that urges the breath to flow in and out deeply, restoring a remembrance of our own aliveness. It is hard for any of us to speak as if we know the answer. If the answer is anything but loving ourselves and each other through the shift and transition, no matter the direction it flows. It is the only imaginable conclusion to return to the source of it all. The traumas and wounds that we have made the building blocks of the distortion all come back to a yearning search for the love that has always been our own consciousness. How can we awaken the masses of the past, present, and future that don't really exist to this insight? We write it on mugs, on blankets, in framed decor products, that love is all there is. But yet, we do not integrate it. We don't realize the ways this very phrase could shift our entire experience as beings on this planet. We are numbed instead to buy it, to hang it on the wall of our home, that we spend our waking hours working to earn, having access to. We print it onto t-shirts with sparkles laden with microplastics and carcinogenic materials, shipped from the other side of the planet. And we call this living our truth. I could fill this entire journal with this, with the ways we unknowingly perpetuate our own suffering, our own illness, the illness of our corrupt and unjust structures of power. The ways we damage our own potential, our own livelihood, by accepting what is given. And I will leave it at that we must forgive. We must go beyond. We must journey within. And here, within, we find what we already have always known. I love you.